It's hard not to be disappointed after that game. Let's talk about it. Collingwood go down by 3 points to the Adelaide Crows. That's 3 losses in a row now. And it's like I said right at the start, it's hard not to be disappointed after that game. We had every single opportunity, 71 inside 50s, which is obviously our season highest, but I can't think of a time we've had a higher inside 50 count. That was ridiculous. Going goalless in the second quarter. Look, there's a lot of things that went wrong in that game, and I can pick out a million things. I could pick out the throws from half the Adelaide players, the free kick count. Even though the free kick count doesn't matter, but you could, questionable, but it wasn't even that, it was 71 inside 50s for no goals in that second quarter, 1 goal in that third quarter. We scored 1 goal in 80 minutes. It was almost like that Freo game where we had 20 plus inside 50s in the third quarter for 2 goals or whatever. We went at, what was our goal conversion? Like 9% or 11% or inside 50, 31% efficiency inside 50. But it was worse than that. I'll get the disappointment out the way. 3 points. Jack Crisp kicked a nice goal. Nick Daicos kicked a nice goal as well. But bloody hell, that was heartbreaking. That was absolutely heartbreaking. And it's just frustrating. It's just absolutely frustrating. That's 3 losses in a row now. And we're still fourth by some, or in the top 4 by some sort of miracle. Far out. I'm so upset and frustrated and disappointed, and I want to get that out before I start getting into the positives, because I know you all are feeling the exact same way I'm feeling. God, we should have won. A drier day and we probably do win. But oh man, what a game though. What a game. The Crows snap a 9-year losing streak to us. And I said this, I've been saying this for weeks, that I'd rather lose to the Crows now and break that hoodoo than lose to them in a final. And let me tell you, I am ready to face the Crows in a final. This was disappointing, but we've emptied the glass out now. Let's fill it to half. Let's talk about how good we were. All right, okay. All right, I've shaken it off. I've shaken off the negativity. Yes, it was shit that we lost. It was. But, man, the fight is back. The system is back. Now, I know the inside forward 50 efficiency wasn't good. 71 inside 50s for, 8 goals. 8. But the Pies are back. What I wanted to see from this game was just fight and system, and something that we haven't seen in weeks. And that was the best that we've seen Collingwood play in probably a month. Definitely not against Hawthorn or Brisbane, even Richmond for that matter. Not against, this is the best we've played in a while. And you play like that in finals, and you bat deep into finals. And I am so proud of this club for bouncing back the way they did. Yes, 3 losses in a row. Yes, another loss by under a kick. But what this team was able to do with their backs against the wall, it did. We started really well. 5 goals in that first quarter, and we looked like we were on fire. We kept them to 1 goal. Then they go on and kick 5 goals in that second quarter. But to play the way we did after the last fortnight of just playing absolutely shithouse, you can see that they really honed in the last 9 days, and we looked fresh. We looked absolutely fresh, even in the wet. The fight, that's the biggest thing for me. The fight just didn't stop. Like, look at this, right? We had 85 tackles, 32 tackles inside 50, compared to Adelaide's 6 tackles inside 50 and their 63 tackles. That is incredible. That's incredible. And it comes down to players like Bo and Lockie Schultz try his hard out. Jack Crisp, I called out Jack Crisp last week and I said he needs to pull his socks up. He had a fantastic game. Nick Daicos had a great game. Darcy Cameron, after signing with the Pies, he even looked like a new man. Darcy Moore, you can't be upset with Darcy Moore. He played great. There were a couple of things like Perriman on Fogarty didn't work in the first quarter and the second quarter. There were a couple of little things that you could change up, but you tighten up those efficiency in like going forward, the kicks going forward, and you start lowering your eyes instead of putting it on top of the heads of these players that just are getting manhandled and can't take a mark at the moment because the ball is coming in very poorly. And you can kick a winning score. There was so much to be disappointed about after this game, but there was also just so much to like. Like individually, Scott Pendlebury had a great game. Nick Dacos. Isaac Quaynor was incredible. Dan Houston did well as well. I think looked like they moved him onto a wing a little bit, but I want to give one shout out to Will Parker. He's got the dog in him. He's got the dog. I questioned his, bringing him in, but he's got the absolute dog in him, and I loved that. I loved seeing that. And, you add Jeremy Howe to this team, you add Bobby Hill to this team, and you win that game, and you win, a lot of games. And if this is the fight that we're showing, if this is the fight that we're going to show for the rest of the season, even though the season's got one more game and then finals, fuck yeah, bring it on. Absolutely bring it on. Like, I am gutted. Don't get me wrong. I am bloody gutted. But I saw something in Collingwood that I haven't seen for a month. It's been hard to be a Pie supporter these last couple of weeks, right? But there was just something there. There was just something there where you go, it might be intangible, but you go, okay, they've got a bit of the belief back. The system was working. We keep Adelaide, who are a high scoring team, to 59 points, which is below our defensive average at the moment, which is fantastic. The rain probably helped a little bit, but you play the Crows at the G or something, and you're looking better. That first quarter was pure Collingwood football. I said I wanted to see the pressure Pies back, and we absolutely saw the pressure Pies. It wasn't broken tackles. It was 1, 2, 3 guys tackling. It was, Lockie Schultz running. It was contest to contest work. And, sometimes, especially in that second quarter, we went away from it a little bit. You knew that the Crows were going to respond. And in the end, that's probably what killed us, that second quarter as well. But it was good to see that they didn't just drop their heads. They absolutely came out and just kept firing. And that's what you wanted to see. Even if we lost, that's what I wanted to see. And we absolutely got that. I do wonder, though, and hear me out, Darcy Cameron can take a good intercepting mark. And he took 5 intercept marks, a couple in the defensive 50. Why not swing him forward and make him a permanent forward just for, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes or something, or maybe not that long, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to bomb the ball long, inside 50 and not have any reward, put Darcy Cameron there, because he's the only one that can take a strong contested mark at the moment. Could that work? If Jeremy Howe comes back in, I want to see Darcy Cameron in the forward line. Maybe pull McStay out, maybe pull Jamie Elliott a little bit higher up, leave Darcy Cameron out. And I think more often than not, he's going to mark the ball. What I think that our players need to get better at, and is what opposition supporters do really well, and something I know that I think I've talked about it before, is we've got to defend our forwards better. And I mean, like, pushing out these guys that are running for the ball, or using your body a little bit more, or bringing the ball to ground. Even if I've seen comments saying, we're Bobby Hill away from winning that game. We could have won that game without Bobby Hill, right? We could have won that game without Bobby Hill. We just weren't efficient going inside 50. A lot of times when we were getting the ball, we could have hit targets if we just lowered our eyes. But I don't know if it's the game plan. I don't know if they're just shitting themselves. But going forward and going high and deep in is just not working if you're not getting to the goal square. Like, at least if you get into the goal square, they're rushing it for a point. You can reset or something like that. We just weren't doing that. It's just about lowering their eyes, and that forward 50 connection is something that we're really, really, really lacking, and it's very evident to see. Stevie Wonder could see that that's where we're lacking the most at the moment. You fix that up, you're beating the Crows by 20, 30 points, guaranteed. This is the Collingwood that started the season really hotly, after that GWS game, of course. But I saw a lot of things that still give me belief that the 17th flag is coming home. I really, really, truly believe that. Credit to the Crows, I guess, for winning and breaking the hoodoo. A bit of help from the umpires. I'm just gonna say, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just gonna say a bit of help from the umpires, right? A couple of throws, Adelaide throws, as well. But you can count all the bad free kicks missed. You can count the free kicks that we didn't get. You know, the Phil Thorpe kick right at the end that should have been a free kick. All these little things. But in the end, the biggest thing was 71 inside 50s. We had a inside 50 differential of 34 and still lost, which is our most recorded differential in a losing match. So that's saying something. And I think it's the second most on AFL record in a losing match as well. You fix that up, you win every single game that you play. But I am so happy that we saw the Collingwood fight. Finally, this is what we've been asking for. This is what we didn't see in that Hawthorn game. This is what we didn't see in that Brisbane game. You tidy up a few things and you go on, you win. I'm feeling very fucking confident. Bring on Melbourne next week. Absolutely bring on Melbourne next week. Solidify that spot in the top four. I still think we finish top four. We'll probably have to go back to Adelaide. Bring on the Crows again at the Adelaide Oval. Bring them on. This game, I know we lost and I know we've lost 3 in a row, but I am so confident now. I've seen enough from Collingwood tonight to give me confidence going forward. This team is special. I don't know what it is, but there was something about the Magpies tonight. It was the dog in them, the D-O-double-G in them, right? They call it the Snoop effect or something, because they showed me what I needed to see and what probably you needed to see as well. And you play like that, you tidy up those inside 50s, bring in Hal, bring in Bobby. The world is our absolute oyster. Let me know your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, Double Shackers, I'll soup you later.